there, friends. Welcome to Beyond Brewing. Today I have chosen a very ambitious recipe to try to recreate. It is a German beer known as a Gose. What separates Gose from other beers is that you make it with salt water. So we're working with a very delicate, mostly European style, pale grain bill today. Almost no hops. We want to keep our bitterness levels under 10. My brew guest today is from the Vancouver brewing scene. He's got about 10 years of home brewing on me, and he's a lovely, warm person, and I'm excited to go meet him. Let's go. So before we get into our grain bill that we're working with today, I've got it all set up here. Dan Webster, co-founder of one of my favorites, Container Brewing. Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for coming. Have you made a Gose before?
I have not made a Gose. We have made one at the brewery. Our assistant brew team have actually done one on our pilot system. It's about the same size as your brew house, allowing us to test recipes before we go big. So we do have plans to actually make a Gose in packaging, hopefully this summer.
Gose is a German-style beer. So I've got our lovely German Pilsner malt over here, which you are probably very familiar with. And then also a very significant portion of that made up with wheat. And one of the reasons we want that sort of clean, crisp grain bill is to play up with the other components of this beer that make it so unique. So one of the reasons I wanted to do a Gose was to highlight the third ingredient in beer production, which is water. And then I thought to myself, how the hell do I make a beer about water? And then actually Trevor, who was my original guest on the show, pointed out you should make a Gose because you add salt to Gose. It's a salty, sour beer. Any kind of sour beer is going to be quite acidic. It's sweet, salt, and acid is the holy trinity of flavors. So that's a really fun thing to try to play with today. And then I've got two yeasts that we're going to pitch to help bring out those acidic flavors in it. We do also have acidulated malt to help lower the pH element of this. When you lower the pH, the number gets smaller. It means it's more acidic. The higher the number on the pH scale means it's more alkaline. On our visit to your brewery, you showed me your friggin' sweet way to get around the old, the old this thing here.
Nobody wants to use that.
Except that was my gym workout.
Sorry.
Just have to do some push-ups or something. It's all going in the same pot, so I'm just gonna dump. We got 5 pounds of this for a 5.5 gallon batch, and then 3 pounds of wheat-ish, and then we're only using like a little bit of acidulated malt just to give it that little pep. You've seen the previous episodes, yeah. So you know I'm not into Pilsner like at all.
Yeah.
And I'm really not into lagers.
What?
I know. It's sweet. It's got that that like warm white bread. See, I like the malt more than I like the beer style. You know, I'm trying to like slowly ramp up my Pilsner intake.
You could eat that as cereal. Put some hot water on that.
You would poop for days.
Almost lemony.
Yeah. Yeah. Like citric acid, lactic acid.
Still good.
Yeah.
Use machines. This is hard, I'm telling you.
Can I try?
Sorry?
Can I try?
Of course.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you want me to hold the thing probably too?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know why I'm expecting it to like torque off into the sunset.
Bolt it down there. Yeah. Yeah.
It's really fun.
Ta-da!
I'm kind of sad that's over. That was immensely fun.
But not at the same
But
time.
not.
It's way better.
Let me check on our strike water, and then this is just a super easy dump. I do, just because I'm a child of anxiety, I have a little bit of rice hulls.
Oh yeah, smart.
Just to prevent a stuck mash, especially in our rinsing system.
We use a lot of that.
All right. Godspeed, guys. All right. Oh, I love that smell.
Delicious.
Love the smell of beer malt in the morning.
It is morning.
Going for pump. And then, when was the last time you brewed?
Oh man, actually brewed,
But
probably.
like home brewed.
Yeah. Like I was involved in the
co-founder of a
brewing.
brewery.
Probably 5 years ago.
So you can see still we're getting a very pale color in here. In other brews that we've done, you can really see the difference in the sight glass by now for sure, especially in the stout episode. But this is good. We're on the right track. We want it nice and pale. Just gonna check the grain bed real quick here. Sometimes if you put the Webster on too much, it's all very technical terms. Then it can actually like make it too cakey and the water doesn't go through. But that looks good.
Awesome.
So we've got about, I think since we're mashing in at a slightly lower temperature and we're not sparging, thank you. I'll probably let it mash for like a little bit longer. So what I was thinking is I'd set a timer for like 80 minutes and just kind of setting the timer.
Wow.
I'm gonna set this
That's
one because
not gonna go high enough.
No, it doesn't go high.
It's a nice prop though.
I wanted one that dinged. Okay, so we've got 80 minutes, over an hour. Perfect time to maybe sample some of the beers.
Sounds good.
Awesome, let's do it. Gose is a German sour beer that's traditionally made with salt and coriander. The emergence of this unique beer style is a direct result of the location where it first originated, on the banks of the Gose River in eastern Germany. The river flows directly under the nearby mountains, where there happen to be salt deposits deep within the rock. Brewing with salt has its challenges, but 800 years ago, the brewers of the town figured out how to harness citrus and spice notes to incorporate the flavor into something that's unique and tasty. Brilliant! I gave you some homework to bring in a Gose that you like the style of. And you've got an A+ and a gold noodle star because you made this.
Well, I didn't.
From you to your brewery.
Yeah.
You had a hand and you helped.
And it is a Gose. It has some grapefruit peel zest, as I understand, in it.
Nice.
I wasn't present when it was being brewed, so I can't tell you a whole lot more than that. Just drink it, see what you think.
I'm super excited. Yes, you do the honor. I haven't drank a whole lot of Gose. I had a devil of a time trying to get a Gose for this episode because it's such a seasonal beer.
Yeah. It's not the season.
But I think this is going to be a nice break from sort of the fruit smoothie slurry sours of the last couple years.
Have you seen that in the States? That's like literally a thing where now you pour the can out and it's thick. Not interested.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll
thank
pass.
you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's so nice to have you. This is a beautiful color.
Yeah, did okay.
Oh, and right away I get the citrus elements in that. That's gorgeous. I do get a little bit of that coriander spice right there. Like this is, he's done essentially exactly what I'm trying to do with our recipe today.
It's good beer.
I do have that dried lemon peel. If we decide at the last moment after a couple beers that we want to just
throw it in there.
Yeah. Do you have a name for this, Gose?
It's called casual water. I am not a golfer, but apparently that's a golf term. People watching now that are golfers might understand it and laugh. I don't know, but that's where it comes from.
Casual water.
Casual water, grapefruit, Gose. 4.1% ABV. So drink it all day.
For you, I brought Lupolo, my
Awesome.
favorite Gose in the city from one of my favorite breweries in the city. Gose with black lime. So more citrus elements. I don't know what the difference between a black lime, a key lime, and it's a similar color, but a little more on the cloudy side.
I haven't left my house or the brewery basically in like 9 months. So this is exciting. Also not as very salty.
Not as salty, no. Although I feel like the salt between the two, this one's definitely saltier, but in a pleasant way. So what made you guys decide to start a brewery?
We were done working in the corporate world. Some might not agree.
And you were into home brewing.
We were into home brewing, yeah. So we got into home brewing. We brewed for probably around 10 years before this started to come to mind about wanting to start our own business. And so, we were fortunate enough to be able to chat with a lot of folks who are already in the industry to see, is it actually an industry that's growing and should we join it? And they're like, yes, get into it. So we started getting into it and figuring out how to make a brewery.
What an important community element the brewery has become.
If you're in any industry right now that has people involved, right, like you're serving them in any way, it's a struggle. So trying to help each other any way we can. And one thing we're starting to do a lot of is trying to reduce costs by sharing. So, Lupolo is a good example. With faculty, saw Windfall Cider in your cold room, as well as Slow Hand. The 5 of us have actually started doing deliveries together on the island. So, instead of 5 trucks going over, it's 1 truck going over. So, saving some costs that way and helps a lot.
This is warmed up a bit and opened up. And I'm getting a very pleasant, it's more like a salt texture than a taste.
Yeah, I get you.
You getting that? It's like a pretzel.
It's got all the traditional Gose ingredients too. It's got some coriander, salt, of course, additions.
Is the grain bill the same?
It's very similar to what you've done, actually. Yeah, we've got a little bit of rice hull, some wheat, Pilsner, if I remember correctly. And then, of course, we spice it up a little bit by adding some grapefruit peel to it. So it's just for something different.
It's gorgeous. How much grain do you think you go through in like a year?
Probably around, believe it or not, 30,000 kilograms of grains would be what we went through last year.
Speaking of grain bills, we should probably go check and see how our bebe is doing.
Let's do it.
A bebe. Did you watch Schitt's Creek?
No.
Okay, that's our timer. We timed that.
Oh, perfectly.
Perfectly. Wow.
This is for you?
What, because I'm short? How tall are you?
6'1"-ish.
It's like liquid sunshine. Look at this.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
No yellow snow.
No.
No?
Not
yellow
yellow
snow?
snow.
No yellow snow for you? Okay, that's okay. We gotta take all our goober that we've made out of here. That is the wort. That's
Wort.
what I meant.
That's good. They're
We
fun.
take the goober out of this pot, we put it in this pot, and then we make it hot, hot, hot. I'm gonna crank this lever.
Hello.
Everything is there closed. I'm gonna get you to press the Burger King isolate.
Yeah. You.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's a good sound. Look at that.
Look at that.
Hello, Wort.
Gorgeous.
You will be beer soon.
You will be beer soon. Oh, this is going to be hot. Your aim is impeccable, sir.
I try. How full do you want?
Let's go to about 8 ounces, maybe. Perfect.
There you go.
Beautiful. Are the voices?
Cameras.
Oh, I don't know.
Are they in my head?
So we gotta chill this before
Yes.
we do a reading. So we'll stick that in our keg fridge while we're waiting for that to come up to a boil. Because even if we haven't hit our mark, we can't do anything about it.
Nope.
No. We can drink about it.
Yeah.
So in the next little bit, once that is up at a rolling boil, we're gonna add our hopsies, which I've already measured. These are Saz hops from the Czech Republic. Oh my God, I can smell that all day.
Yep.
Yep. Do you have a favorite kind of hop?
Citra. It's actually technically a hop blend. There's a new one coming out called Eclipse.
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually just brewed with that yesterday.
Huh? What'd you make?
It's a hazy IPA.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is less than an ounce, which is
Not much.
This is only 4% alpha acid, so it's like.
Yeah.
But the reason behind that is because we're adding lactobacillus.
Mm-hmm.
It's different than just like the regular old pitching yeast, which is what we would. I of course chose something German. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Deiter.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Go with that.
Yeah.
GO3.
Yeah. This and the lactobacillus. And
Nice.
this is what's really, when lactobacillus ferments, it produces acid. And acid is what's going to give us that beautiful sour taste. The reason we don't want to add too many hops is because, if you watch my previous episode, I go into this quite in minute detail. Antimicrobial properties. So we don't want to hurt all these little microbes, and they already have a lot of salt to contend with. So
You're stressing them out.
yeah, I know, we're really stressing them out. And this is where, to balance all of this is what that tightrope I was talking about earlier is, which is why I think makes sense to add citrus elements to that, because citrus is one of those flavors that really embraces sour. I don't know of a lot of other flavors that do that. Maybe strawberry Gose would be good. I've seen a lot of brewers do watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm not a big watermelon person.
No.
Yeah.
Not a lot of flavor.
But if we just wanted to dig around, got lemon rind.
Interesting.
I'm gonna sanitize my hands.
Sure.
Just
Get in there.
industrial cleaners on my. I want to be one of those people that has really beautiful fingernails. And
It's not gonna happen
between
doing this.
Gardening, brewing, and playing guitar, it's just never gonna happen. It's just never going to happen. Good luck, hops.
Have fun.
Have fun. Bye. And then coriander. I might just moosh these a little bit. I don't know if we want to film this or not.
Do you actually have like a
Mortar and pestle?
on that?
We're not that fancy. It should
that doing
really
anything?
have been more on it. Yes. Similar to our grain mill, I just want to put a little bush in a bunch of these. And I'm not going to pitch the whole thing. I'm going to eyeball it. You hear that, beer community? I'm going to friggin' eyeball it.
You'll be able to make this one again, for sure. Repeatable.
No, but that's like why it's such an art form and not just like a
Molson.
Yeah. It's the creative element of the like je ne sais quoi what je do, but I do it.
She gone.
Fine, bye. Just
But there's
to
a
leave you
fine
a
balance.
hole
There's a
in the
fine
bag
balance. You want to
there.
be able to repeat your art. If you can make a beer like Ryan does,
Well, that's
with
why-
his wonderful Gose here, he can make that again and it'll taste
and-
similar.
That's why I'm really excited to just be my little
Sure.
wee self.
You're not planning to package this and send it across the province?
Not yet.
No, okay.
I gotta get good first, and then people can try my
Yeah.
beer. You know what? I think that's just fine. But there's also a little stick in here. See, it's a good thing I did this. Otherwise, we'd be brewing stick beer. Okay. A, B, C.
Doing it?
How much?
Mm-hmm. It's your beer.
It doesn't. Well, but you're my guest.
Yeah.
I hold the bag, and I'm just gonna like close my eyes and just like surprise them. Don't put the whole thing in.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
We'll stop there.
Okay. Just because we didn't hit our batch size, this is the ingredient I fear most. I'm just gonna like desalt a little bit. Do you see that? Just
Yes.
like the tiniest little flick.
A pinch.
But I also
A dash.
I still want it to be. Well, here's the thing: is like, is it better to be overly salty or underly salty? But you did add the lemon peel, which would add more sweetness.
Yeah.
But it's balancing those that anaerobic
I think less
environment.
salt, as we've experienced in these other.
Like less as in like less.
No, you've done well.
Okay, I'm perfect.
Sure.
Thank
With
you.
the salt, anyway.
I'm gonna make you do it so that it's
Okay.
your fault.
All right.
Your fault with the salt. I'm a poet and I know it.
You say when?
1, 2.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said when.
Get up! Okay. I'm
Okay.
kidding. I brought you here just so that I could blame you for
All
my
right.
brewing mistakes.
Go time?
Absolutely. At your discretion, Sensei.
There she is.
Okay. We're good.
With my destroyed hand.
Okay. We got it. Now we can set a 60-minute timer for a full rolling boil.
You can use your ding ding thing
My ding ding ding!
because it actually goes as high as you need.
Yay! Ding ding ding! Although it doesn't always ding.
Oh,
Sometimes
We'll
it
set a
just
backup
does like a
timer.
little like, and if anyone's talking, then you don't hear it.
The science of sour beer involves a careful understanding and balancing act of sweet, salt, and acid, the holy trinity of flavors. The flavor responsible for anything sour tasting is acidity. Citric acid, think lemons. Lactic acid, think sour cream. Acetic acid, think vinegar. In terms of brewing, pH is extra tricky because you want to harness the sour taste without creating an environment too acidic for your yeast to do their job, or worse, to kill them off entirely.
So this is cold enough now for us to take our gravity reading.
let's do it.
Moment of truth.
Is it too bad? I forget.
Okay, here, I'll just. Yeah. I mean, nothing we can do about it.
Is what it is.
Yeah, we're sitting a little bit at the watery end, but that's okay. It's a very blonde. It's supposed to be gentle. All of this. We're gonna be fine.
Be okay.
We got lots of other stuff in there that we've added in the boil. So
Yeah. Ding!
okay, that means it's go time. We turn heat off. Going for drainage. Pump on. Valve open. Shwee.
Because this is clear.
Starting to change color here at the bottom there.
Now it's beer.
Ta-da!
Oh, wort.
Wow. Ooh, and you can see all the chunks from our, we had some rogue lemon
Yeah.
and coriander escapades, but I'm glad I have this filter.
It's nice.
I'm excited. This looks great. It's got like a rosy tint, which I have no idea where that would have come from, but it's pretty.
Actually, I have any filters at Container. No filter. Yeah, even that's how clear that lager can come that you've seen.
Well,
Cold crashing. It's a trick.
I cold crash all our growlers
Yeah.
before I rack them off into secondary.
Through your cheek.
Yeah, no, we're done. Whoop! Auto siphon! I think we're probably ready for funnel.
Funnel.
I mean, I know you like snip the pack and stick it in, but I don't trust myself.
No.
Definitely had
Better be
yeast
safe.
goober like,
Better be safe.
"Ooh." There are multiple ways to do this, and there's like
That's a good way.
kettle souring, there's quick souring. Question is, when we add our lactobacillus culture here. So I've seen it and read about it done several ways, where you would add the lactobacillus first, and then leave it overnight to let it sort
Do
of
some things.
acidify, do some om nom munchies, lower that pH, and then you reboil the wort. But then when I talked to Brian at the homebrew store, he just said, just pitch them together and hope for the best. So
I believe him.
I want to shake the lacto babies.
Okay. I'm going to shake Dieter.
Hashtag lacto
Dieter?
babies.
Dieter, we're not sure.
Dieter. No, Dieter?
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 I'm shaking.
Shake it! And then it's tradition, I always sing a little yeasty song to my babies, so you can just feel free to join if you feel called.
I'll probably listen.
Oh, my yeasty babes, this is a really challenging beer. Please, it's all up to you. Don't disappoint me, because I need a win. Mama needs a win. Okay. You're just going to rip it.
It has a tear.
Well, so does
Notch.
mine, but I'm scared. What does yours smell like?
Probably not very good. No, nobody wants to smell that.
I don't know why I did that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting, but actually it's like...
Not good.
It's like, I have a dairy allergy, so I'm like programmed to not like anything milk
Doing it?
smelling.
Are we pausing?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, see, mine looks way prettier. Mine actually looks like our wort sample. Oh, yours smells like barf.
Yeah, that's not good.
But it's gonna make great beer, guys.
Yeah! Eat that sugar.
Yeah!
Make alcohol.
And then, yeah, just a little like...
I'll get this out of the way.
Go forth, yeasty babes. Good luck, have fun. I love you. This is what's gonna blow your mind.
Oh, yeah, I have seen these. I've never used them.
This is a tilt hydrometer. Have you heard of these?
No.
Watch this.
Turn it on? Hope so.
Don't scare me like that. It turns on automatically,
Oh,
and
cool.
then
Beep, 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 beep.
my hands are wet.
Yeah, Android
Yeah, my
problems.
phone's wet. My handy dandy tilt hydrometer app, it'll take a reading. Temperature,
That's
bam.
pretty cool.
Specific gravity, bam. Tilt, make it so that we can read our pH as well. I know that the science might not necessarily work. I just really,
Super cool.
yeah. Bung man.
Small. You want it further than that? Okay.
Well, if it just, oh, wow, nicely done. Okay, it's a little on the warm side, but we are exactly at the specific gravity that our recipe dictated. So,
Good job.
Wait.
What?
Actually, all the beers we have on tap right now are from your brewery. So,
Let's go.
yeah, got your faves, and we've got swanky glassware.
Sweet.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming on today.
Thanks
And
for having me.
this is container beer in these glasses.
It is, yeah. Cold box lager, our dry hop lager.
It's the only lager I've ever enjoyed, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass.
Well, thank you.
And
I
it's
quite
not, but
enjoy
it's
it.
not super hoppy.
Yeah.
Which one of the reasons I picked it is because I was like, if I'm gonna like a lager, it better be friggin' hoppy. But it's not.
No.
No, it's really subtle and beautiful. Open invite. Like, come back anytime. This was such a fun brew day.
Thank you.
A couple weeks before our beer's ready, we'll be trying it on Filthy Talk every Friday. We do our live podcast there. So usually, sometimes I kind of have semi-okay beer for people. And then, yeah, I'd love to bring a couple growlers over for you
Please.
guys to try down there.
It'd be great.
Yeah,
Can have our
brilliant.
professionals critique it.
What do you got going on at the brewery for the next little bit?
I think the next real big thing, we definitely have a new beer we'll be releasing in about 2 or 3 weeks from now. So that'll be, I guess, kind of early to mid-February. Look for it, new IPA, hazy IPA. I won't tell you much more than that. Hopefully we'll be able to actually have our 1-year anniversary celebration again around that time frame. It was supposed to be back in November, but COVID.
Yeah, but COVID.
So
Thanks again for joining us. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell. AFL content coming at you. All new stuff. Really exciting. Stay safe out there.
cheers.
Cheers indeed.